Welcome to the Candidate Focus Meeting for Spring 2021. This is the last general meeting for induction candidates for the 2021 school year. Although you still have time before the end of the year, not much, but this is the last time for the year that we will get together as a large group. You may find a copy of the slide deck at this link. You see it right there, and it will be in the Induction Candidate Google Classroom. For those doing the video version, which is you, please go to this Google form and answer the questions as you progress through the video. This meeting's agenda included sharing induction inquiries, an explanation on how to wrap up the end of the year requirements, how to apply for university credits for salary advancement, and the tasks for wrapping up the program for the Year 1 and ECO candidates. Quite frequently, programs have a colloquium or exit interviews or some sort of culminating activity and celebration, but because we won't be having anything like that, we had wanted to give you an opportunity to share your experiences with your peers. We had the attendees separate into breakout rooms and share their responses to these prompts. These prompts are basically the same as the flip grid assignment prompts, so it is time to actually practice this, and if you haven't done this yet, please take time now to complete this assignment. Now we're going to talk about the spring inquiries, either Inquiry Cycle 3 or Inquiry Cycle 6, and how to wrap up for the end of the year. Our program is scheduled to be completed by May 21st, the week prior to the end of the school year. However, if you have been on track and meeting regularly, there should be no problem with you finishing sooner. So if you are completing tasks and are about done, finish things up and submit as you finish them. You, of course, can continue to meet with your mentor, and it will be that the document submission will have been completed. If the end of the school year comes and you have not completed uploading everything, please send me an email, finish uploading what you need to upload, and let me know if you need any additional help. These are the end of the year tasks that are in Section 5 of the Google Classroom that we will be going over next. The end of the year post-co-assessment, the end of the year flip grid assignment, and the end of the year affidavit of evidence of practice affidavit. So we'll be doing that and going over that today. The purpose for doing the post-co-assessment is to measure and document candidate growth towards mastery of the CSTPs over the course of the school year through job-embedded, mentor-guided, goal-setting, and inquiry of the induction program. So the steps include: the mentor will access copies of all 6 of the previously completed co-assessments. Then together, the mentor and the candidate will go through the co-assessment steps, with the mentor noting new practices, and together, the candidate and the mentor will determine the new level of teaching practice. Putting all the elements together into one document will enhance the ease with which the reader will be able to access all the documents. So thank you very much. You and your mentor were required to only co-assess once at the beginning of each inquiry cycle, like it shows in the Inquiry 3 in the slide that is showing. Now at the end of the year, we are going to go through and do a post-co-assessment on all 6 of the CSTP elements that you pre-co-assessed on over the course of the year and recorded at the end of the ILP. Please record progress and date as in the illustration on the slide deck, and this allows us to record your growth, and the evidence has been collected within the continuum co-assessments that are housed in Google Classroom. The collection of the induction tools as part of your individual learning plan provides you with a series of reflections on your professional practice and a record of your professional growth as a teacher. The process of reflecting on the critical elements of instruction is important to your growth as a professional educator. So please take a moment to reflect on your year in the induction program. An important part of this process is collaborating with mentors and colleagues during the planning of instruction, teaching of a lesson or unit, analysis of student work, transition to distance teaching and learning, and the reflection on and modification of your instruction and assessment practices. The submission review process contributes to the assurance that we are providing students with high quality, committed, and caring teachers. So your steps are, as part of the end of the year reflections and to provide closure for this year of induction, include a recorded response in Flipgrid. This recorded response provides the reviewer with a personal explanation of how the evidence of practice you have gathered over the course of the year reflects your capacity as a classroom teacher. To frame this effective analysis of your own teaching, please include responses to the following prompts in your response. The prompts are: describe your teaching assignment. What was your overarching SMART goal? How does the evidence of practice submitted demonstrate what you've learned about your own teaching practice? And how do you feel that your goal and participation in induction impacted your students' learning? Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about university credits. We offer 2 ways to purchase university credits for salary advancement. Depending on your situation and pocketbook, if you want units, you may choose which university from which to purchase them. Both will apply these units to a master's program if you want to get your master's degree, but you cannot transfer these units anywhere else because no other program will recognize them. They're just for salary advancement or for a master's degree in their own program. If you notice, we have 2 universities, Brandman University and Whittier College, and they both offer units for year 1, year 2, or an early completion option. Grand Canyon University also offers units that can be applied to a master's program, but they do not have standalone units to purchase. With them, you have to be working on a postgraduate degree. Erica Gonzalez is our university contact for this, and she is very knowledgeable and helpful if you have questions regarding this option. And here's her information. Okay, so that was quick. So now we're going to talk about wrapping up this year in induction. All candidates need to submit an affidavit at the end of the year, confirming that the work they submitted was done with the students with whom they were assigned this school year, and that they didn't copy or submit work that was not theirs. Please go to the link provided in the Google form and complete the affidavit and upload it to your Google Classroom 5.3. All induction candidates will receive a transportability document that will include a letter of completion and your Google Classroom grade report. And here's an example of what it will look like. So you see it starts with a completion letter and then it goes down into your grade report out of Google Classroom. And it also has the program name on it. Yours will have induction right here. It'll say Chino induction. So you'll be able to take that wherever you go. If you are remaining in the district, you will automatically be rolled over into year 2, or if you are leaving the district, you'll be able to take the transportability document with you and give it to the induction program director of your new district. If they have any questions, please have them call the Chino Valley Induction Program Coordinator, which is me. Year 1 people will continue with the same mentor unless you request a change. If you would like a different mentor, please send me an email. This is the end of the Year 1 portion of this meeting. Year 1 candidates may be excused from the rest of the meeting, and the Year 2 and ECO people will remain. Thank you for reviewing this digital meeting and completing the Google form that is part of this meeting that documents your completion of this induction requirement. I hope that you have a great summer and are able to recharge your batteries for next year. I strongly encourage you to rest as much as possible, but also be thinking about what you would like to explore next year in induction. Thanks again, and I hope you have a great summer. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me. In your Google Classroom, please look at assignment 41.4 at the end of section 4. There is a link provided also in the Google Classroom and on the Google form that you are going along with this video. And both of these will lead you to this document. Please download it and save it with a new name and go through the completion steps in the next few slides. You must complete all the required fields in the personal information section, including your full legal name, and list all your former names, including your maiden name, if applicable. Additionally, you are required to provide your full Social Security number or individual tax identification number on your application. And you must provide the Commission with a valid email address on your application form to receive automatic notifications regarding your application and credential status. If you have legally changed your name, you must submit by postal mail a completed Form 41NC to the Commission along with any required documentation as indicated on the form, like marriage licenses, or proof that you've changed your name. You are required to notify the Commission of any address change also, and a change of mailing or email address may be completed online. That's much easier. So as you're on the Section 2 part of the application, please select Upgrade, Clear Credential, or Child Development Permit choice. So select that. Then pick the document type you wish to apply for from the section. If you have 2 credentials, you may choose both, but will have to complete 2 different applications online after you've been recommended. So I'll recommend, like if you have a multiple subject and an education specialist credential, you have both of those, I'll make one multiple subject recommendation, then I'll make one education specialist recommendation. So you will have 2 applications that you are going to need to complete online. You do not need to select any of the other choices as they are for different credentials. If you did your preliminary credential in California, then your English learner authorization is automatically embedded into your preliminary credential. On Section 4, use the spaces shown, whether an open space or drop-down box, to select the subject area or type of authorization to list on the credential or permit sought. If seeking more than one subject area on a single subject credential, you may indicate additional subject areas in the comments section on page 5 of the application form, and that's at the end. Looking at sections 5 and 8, please skip those. You do not need to complete those as they do not apply to your type of credential. Section 6, those are the professional fitness questions. So I'm not going to read this to you, but please take a minute to read over the directions regarding the personal fitness questions before moving on to answering them. Section 7, child abuse and mandated reporting. You must read this section and mark the box, I agree, verifying that you understand your duties under the Child Neglect and Abuse Reporting Act. But none of this should be a surprise to you, as you all have completed the mandated reporter training every year. Section 9, oath and affidavit. You must complete all portions of this section and certify or declare, under penalty of perjury, under the laws of California, that all the foregoing statements in this application are true and correct by signing the oath. You do not have to sign this part, though, because it's not going to let you, because you will be attesting to all this information online after this office makes your recommendation. So Year 2 and ECO induction candidates, this is going to be my last meeting with you as a group, and we'll only be talking to you if we need to touch base about anything else. Year 2 candidates are my first cohort of candidates who have gone through the program start to finish, and I couldn't be more proud of you. You took a very baby program last year and worked with inexperienced mentors to work through the program and give me powerful feedback and suggestions to improve the program, and I appreciate all of it. And here is the process moving forward. First, our office confirms that you've met all the program requirements and any additional credential requirements. Then a recommendation is made to the CTC, and when I make a recommendation, an automatic email is generated at the CTC going back to you. And I also send an email to the candidate to you saying that the recommendation has been made. And the CTC email says that they have received your recommendation, and it provides the additional directions. So first, candidates will go to the link they provide and confirm the information. That's all there. And secondly, you'll complete the state survey. I will get the disaggregated data from this state survey in October, and it will be in a form that compares it to state data. And then you'll make, and I use that for accreditation and also for program improvement. And the third thing you'll do is you'll make your credential payment for $102.50, and your credential will post on the CTC website in 2 to 3 weeks, and the district will automatically be notified when the credential posts. And I'll get a notification, and then I'll let the credential techs know. If you have any questions, clarifications, or concerns, please note them on the Google form or email or call me. Thank you so much. Have a great end of the school year, and contact me if you have any questions. So keep calm and stay cool, because school is almost over. Okay? Bye. Have a great summer, and congratulations.